You didn't wake up one day with a broken attention span. Your nervous system was trained click by click to bail the second something feels dull. If you can't get through an email without checking your phone or read more than a page without wanting a hit of novelty, that's not moral failure. It's conditioning. Your system learned to escape discomfort. The good news, what was trained can be retrained. If your nervous system learned to run from anything slightly boring, it can learn to stay with it too. Today, I'll show you how your attention got trained to give up and how to build it back on purpose with an easy tool everyone can do and which is known since hundreds of years. But first, let's walk through a normal day. You wake up, and before your feet touch the floor, your hand is already on your phone. One eye half open, you start scrolling. Next, you're on the way to work or school. Waiting for the train, standing in line, sitting in traffic, phone out. Scroll. Once at work, you sit down in front of a screen. Before you start a single productive task, you've already opened email, chat, maybe the news, or a dashboard. 10 minutes later, you're bouncing between a dozen windows, all to avoid writing one simple email. Back from work, at night, you sit on the couch, scrolling on your phone while the TV hums in the background. Every tiny moment of boredom gets auto-filled with stimulation. Not because you decided that, but because your system learned a rule. If nothing interesting is happening, we leave. From a nervous system lens, boredom isn't neutral. It's low-grade discomfort. That little ugh you feel when a page loads slowly or when a paragraph is dense. Your amygdala tags that as something to move away from. So you get this pattern. Tiny spike of, I don't like this. Your thumb moves to scroll. You see something new. You feel a small sense of relief. Over and over. 100 times a day. 1,000 times a month. You're not just checking your phone. You're literally training your nervous system to escape the moment discomfort shows up. Three things make this worse. First, your environment. Notifications, open tabs, your phone where you can see it. Everything around you keeps telling you to escape. Second, how easy each action feels. Scrolling is instant. Real work takes effort. Third, what normal feels like to your brain. Constant, fast content becomes your usual state. Real life, reading, writing, slow problem solving, feels flat and uncomfortable. The result? You're not lazy. You're highly trained to seek comfort and novelty. So when you try to focus, you can't read more than 3 pages without checking something. You start tasks and instantly feel pulled to open new tabs. Then, the story you tell yourself is, I can't focus. That's why just focus feels impossible. So what actually happens when you get serious and try to fix this with willpower? You sit down to work. You promise yourself, no distractions this time. Not even 2 minutes in, you've already clicked to check one more tab, glanced at your phone, or remembered a quick message you should respond to. From the outside, it looks like no discipline. From the inside, it feels like, if I stay here, something bad is coming. Your nervous system has learned boring or hard work means extended discomfort. Maybe failure, maybe feeling stupid. Maybe this is pointless. Your amygdala tags that as a threat to comfort and identity. So sympathetic activation hits the moment the task turns dull, confusing, or exposes you. And here's the trap. You start reading that activation and calling it reality. Then your body runs the old program. Thumb to the phone, new tab, snack. Fake work that keeps you busy but not exposed. The relief you feel after escaping is your nervous system rewarding the exit. When you try to clamp down, no, I'll just grind through it. You stack tension on top of activation. Your body pairs deep work with strain and stress. The rule gets stronger. Focus equals pain, escape equals relief. The issue isn't that you lack discipline. You're trying to run deep, sustained focus on a system calibrated for constant microdopamine hits. Until you change that baseline, every focus attempt will feel like swimming upstream. You don't need more pressure. You need a safe, controlled way to retrain what your system does. when nothing exciting is happening. So, how do you actually change that baseline without moving to a cabin and throwing your phone in a lake? You use deliberate practice, not for your biceps, for your attention system. The tool I'm going to give you isn't self help magic, it's a gym session for your nervous system's ability to stay with one thing. It's called fire gazing. In the yogic tradition, it's tritaka. In some Buddhist practices, it shows up as fire kasina. Same underlying idea. You focus on one single point, nothing new shows up, and you keep your attention there. Think about how different that is from scrolling. Scrolling is endless novelty. New video, new post, new headline. The second you feel the slightest boredom, the feed gives you something else. Your system learns. If I don't like this, something new will appear. Fire gazing is the opposite rule. Nothing new appears? You're choosing to sit inside nothing is happening on purpose. Here's the mechanism in simple terms. You pick one visual target, a candle flame. Your attention sits there. After a few seconds, your mind wanders. You notice that. Then, you bring it back to the flame. That's one rep. Every rep teaches your system a new rule. I can feel restless and still keep my attention here. You're lowering your baseline need for stimulation and raising your tolerance for that low-grade discomfort that used to trigger escape. Here's the protocol. Step 1. Set up. Sit a few feet from a candle, ideally in a dim room so the flame is clear but not harsh. Step 2. Open eye phase. Soften your gaze on the flame. No squinting, no straining. Just steady attention on that one point. Step 3. Closed eye phase. After maybe 20-30 seconds, gently close your eyes and watch the afterimage of the flame on the inside of your eyelids. Stay with that until it fades. Step 4. Repeat that cycle. Eyes open on the real flame, eyes closed on the afterimage for about 10 minutes. Step 5. And this is the workout. Every time you notice your mind wandering, or the urge to move, or the thought, this is stupid, you gently bring your attention back to the flame or the afterimage. No drama, no self-judgment, just back. Feeling restless doesn't mean it's failing. That restlessness is the exact material you're training. In daily life, the flame becomes a document, an email, a spreadsheet, a book page, the same move. Notice the urge to escape. Bring your attention back once. Don't bail. To keep this grounded, treat it like an experiment, not a lifestyle. Day 1. Pick a boring but safe task. Notice how long you last before you really want to check your phone or switch. That's your baseline. Then do 10 minutes of fire gazing once a day for 14 days. On day 15, at the same time of day, repeat the exact same boring task and measure again. What most people notice is they can stay with the task for around 25 to 30 minutes before the escape urge really spikes. Not because they became disciplined, but because their system isn't screaming for stimulation as fast. You might not feel calm during the practice. That's fine. Calm usually comes later. The metric is simple. Can I stay with one thing a bit longer than before? If candles feel weird or unsafe, the protocol still works. Use a bright dot on a dark background on your phone or laptop. There are casino-style images you can pull up. Same idea. Eyes open on the dot, then closed. Watching the afterimage, cycling for about 10 minutes. Or put a small dot on a sticky note at eye level. Or pick a tiny mark on the wall. Gaze at that one spot for 5 to 10 minutes. No afterimage needed. The workout is still noticing when your attention leaves and bringing it back. Common mistakes? Treating it like perfection, I failed because my mind wandered. Or turning it into another shame tool, missing a day and quitting. Or expecting this to work while still doomscrolling hours a day. Simple guardrail, one session a day, phone out of reach during it. That's enough to start rewiring. Your brain didn't get lazy. Your alarm system got trained to run from the exact kind of boring work that builds the life you say you want. Run the 2-week experiment. 10 minutes a day, then repeat the same boring task. Ask yourself, what am I able to stay with now that I couldn't before? Then subscribe for more system level upgrades. If you like that, watch what's next. YouTube picked it just for you. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.